Kevin from the Scorpion Show posted a video about a promotion he didn't get that he really felt like he was going to get, but he didn't get it. And he was talking about how it was a shot to his ego because he feels as if he is one of, if not the best worker, and he didn't get the promotion. And so that was a shot to his ego is what he said in his video. So I just wanted to make a quick video in response to that, just for us to just share some insights with any of us who are going through that, to just give some of my experience in that space, and to just let you know why that sometimes happens, why sometimes you can be the best worker and not get the promotion. And off top, and I'm going to say this from an African American perspective. One, if the people involved in making the decision are not bad actors, meaning they don't have some bias against you because you're African American, or some kind of perception that they may have of African American women or African American men, and that played a part. If that didn't happen, then what I'm about to say applies. I never want to come across as if I'm telling you that somehow you need to fix yourself in response to their biases based on your race, because I feel like when experts sometimes do that, it's a real negative thing to me. It's like it's telling you that, hey, they have a bias against you, because you're black. And so in order for them to be more comfortable and to not have a bias against you, here are some things you should do. We know, as African Americans, most of us know, that respectability politics has never really worked. Now, has it? So I'm kind of not on board with that point of view. I'm not on board with that thought that you somehow are the problem and you somehow have to adjust in order to, overcome their bias, when in many situations it still doesn't work. So again, if it's not a bad actor involved in you not getting the promotion, or let me say it this way. If you're not getting the promotion is because of a bad actor, somebody who has a racist bias against you, then that's a whole different thing. So what I'm about to say is when that is not the case, right? Because if it is a bad actor involved, somebody who just has a racial bias against you, my advice to you would be to, do the things that you need to do to grow in your career, including looking for employment elsewhere, because nobody has time for that shit. Okay, so this advice is in a situation where that is not the case, right? So I think it's very important to understand that you can be the best worker and also not be the one who's most promotable. So when you're thinking about, how do I put myself in a position to be promoted, you have to think about what are the things that you are doing that speaks to you being able to perform at a higher level. Like how are you carrying yourself in the workplace? Are you an elevated thinker? I've seen it both ways. I've seen people get promoted because they were the best worker, so somebody wanted to give them a shot, and sometimes that doesn't work out. So here's the thing. If you want to be promotable, right, then you have to make sure that you are doing things that are truly next level. You can't only be good at building the widgets or doing the thing, whatever the thing is that you're doing. If it's customer service and you have the best, reviews on your calls, etc., maybe the best surveys from your customers, that is not going to be enough. You have to, do the things that like make recommendations, show them that you are a strategic thinker, be progressive in your thought. These are the things that make you promotable. And I'm telling you right now, most people probably in your peer group, especially if you're like frontline, like customer service or some type of processing work, or your entry level, most people in your space are probably not taking the time to say, hey, I've written up a proposal or a recommendation on how something could be done better. If you do that, even whether it's implemented or not, it's going to go a long way with how your leadership views you. These are the types of things that make you promotable. So I just want to make sure we don't ever get caught in the trap to think that if we are the best customer service rep or the best processor or the best at whatever kind of frontline entry level position, if we're the best at that, that automatically means we should be considered for promotion. Sometimes that happens, but a lot of times it doesn't. My best advice to you, if you are like a frontline CSR entry level position and you want to be more visible, you want to be promoted, my best advice to you is do more than what is expected in your given role. Show your leadership that you're thinking about the business. You're thinking about not only from a service perspective or whatever the perspective is of your role, but you're thinking about something bigger for the betterment of the business. If you do that, good leadership is going to look at you like, okay, that one, we've got to give that person exposure and opportunity. I'm telling you, if bad actors are not involved, right, that will make you more visible and more promotable than you just being the best customer service rep or the best processor. So I'm just going to wrap with this. My advice to anybody who is trying to get promoted and they're in a frontline position, entry level position, like customer service rep or processor or whatever that entry level position is in your space. When there are not bad actors involved and you do have the opportunity to be promoted based on what you put forth, it is imperative that you show them something that is bigger than your current role. You have got to show them that you are a progressive thinker. You're a strategic thinker. You have recommendations as far as how things could be better for the business. Make you all more efficient, make more money, make customers more happy, whatever that thing is, okay? You have to show, that here are my thoughts. And again, even if everything you recommend isn't implemented, it's the fact that you went there that will make you promotable. I'm telling you not what I think, I'm telling you what I know, okay? So just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind when you're trying to be promoted, especially from an entry-level type position. This will make you stand out more than you being just the best customer service rep or the best processor or the best whatever the role is at an entry-level position. Try it. It'll work. It will work.